Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Asmagon and it's been a while since I did a GT Lite, but I feel like this topic is justified it. Normally I try and keep every topic into the main GT podcast, live podcast that we do at least once a week. Kind of like a weekly recap of some of the latest geek news that we come across. And I do occasionally make exceptions with a series called GT Lite, which I don't know if I'm actually going to number on this channel. It was numbered on the original channel, on the Warglaive channel, not the original channel. But over here, now that I'm moving GT back to the main channel, I think for now I'm just gonna unnumber these. These aren't episodic because I don't know how often I'm gonna do them. I try and keep most topics, and I try and save them for the main GT podcast. And to be honest, this topic may very well still make it to the main GT podcast. And along with that, I should also mention and announce that there's quite the possibility that Ludus will be joining us for the next GT. Thankfully, and it'll be good to have him back, but I can't promise that right now because we're pretty confident he'll be able to come in for the next one, but his schedule is still a bit hectic and things are still pretty tiring on his end, so it is subject to change, so it's still possible Ludus will not be able to attend, but we're both on the optimistic end and he seems eager, so it'll be good to have him back and good to have my co-host to bounce stuff off of again. But that aside, the news that I felt that was justified of just making a quick video about it is the new changes that was just announced by GW right on the Warhammer community. They made a huge article post about this, and a credit to Ball, by the way, who showed up in my live stream for Final Fantasy XIV while I was playing through the Endwalker MSQ, because he mentioned this to me, and I thought it was just news going around the community, but no, GW themselves made a full article of this topic. That being, nobody is safe from the awesome power of the Tau Empire's new and improved Railgun. And the whole article is more or less is mainly about this one change to the Tau line stats. And yeah, you scroll down, we come to the Railgun's changes. 72 range, that's as far as I understand, that's the same as it used to be. So the range isn't a big deal. Heavy type, still heavy. Where the big deal is with this part. Strength is now 14 on this weapon. Minus 6 AP. For those who don't know, that's armor piercing. And for those who don't know how it works in the tabletop, AP is basically in your normal saving roll, which is to see if the attack even it's like a last ditch effort to see if this unit survives either being hit or they dodge it somehow. And the AP, when it's minus something, the base AP of that unit, let's say it's an Orc Boy and it has a saving throw of 5. That means I gotta roll a 5 or a 6 for that Orc Boy not to die. But minus 6 AP, I can't even roll the save because it adds to that number of what you gotta roll. And if you have something on the field that has a pretty high saving, and high is in this sense a low number, so let's say a 2-up or a 1-up, now they can't make that save. Minus 6 AP from your 1d6 roll for your saving throw. You can't dodge this. Like you can't roll a saving on this. You're fucked if the person who's rolling it makes their ballistic save roll and then makes the toughness versus strength roll. Like, you screwed. So fuck us, I guess, with the AP. And then damage is a D3, which most people roll a D6 and take half the value. And if it's like a 5 or if it's 5 or a 3 or something like that, you just take the lower number. So for example, 5, you would treat it like a 4, so that means you would get a 2. Or if you rolled a 3, you'd get a 1 instead of a 2. You wouldn't round up. I know I'm explaining this to some of you that's preaching to the choir, but to those who are not as active on the tabletop side of it, and I'm trying to explain why it's a big deal. So yeah, you can't, and the AP would be bad enough for a normal saving, but its ability that's attached to the Railgun now is each time an attack is made with this weapon, invulnerable saving throws cannot be made. So the last ditch effort for some units to be able to survive something like this, even with a minus AP that's ridiculous as this, can't even make that last ditch save for an invulnerability save. You fucked. Essentially. His weapon it got really buffed. But yeah, a D3 plus 6, which means, if I roll a 6, that's 3 damage, plus 6, that's 9 damage. Oh my god, they buffed like I don't get why they make buffs like this. Like why, like, I get upgrading one thing, but upgrade the line, like upgrade all the units slightly instead of upgrading one thing all the way. Now every Tau player is going to be fielding as many hammerheads as they can fit on the field logically, and even then some are going to be illogical about it. I got a tournament, like the first tournament I'm ever going to play in for 40k ever, I signed up for. It's in a month. Well, technically it's in February, but it's early February, so a little bit over a month away. You know, I got a little bit over a month for my first ever tournament. People have signed up. I'm one of 16 competitors. 3-round Swiss for anyone wondering the type of tournament. But and it's 40k, 9th edition. But my first tournament ever, and I was, you know, I'm playing Death Guard. That's the army I'm preparing for that tournament, because it's an objective-based tournament. It's Death Guard are meant to take hits, so I want them to get on those objectives and hold. And now I was already worried about players fielding certain armies, but now I'm worried about Tau. Normally you should be. They're a very ranged army that can savage stuff, but their rules haven't been amazing lately, so I was less worried about Tau. Now I'm kind of afraid that all of my fellow competitors are going to metagame the shit out of this, and are gonna play Tau. And I heard recently that there's been a major update to Cadians and making them way tougher, where they can re-roll failed hits and stuff. Like, I don't know how true that is. I gotta double check that. Like, damn. Like, what is it with GW and only like hyper upgrading one unit in an army to balance the game? the fuck. But just to see like how extreme of a change this was, I decided to pull up the TX7 Hammerhead gunship on Wahapedia. Don't know if that's the most reliable source, but Wahapedia is what I use when I don't have the codex for something, and I don't have Tau codex since I don't play Tau. I play Death Guard, I play Orcs, and I play Space Marines. Those are the three I primarily play, though I've also got a little bit of a collection of Necrons and Tyranids, but it's more for the painting projects. Anyway, I pulled up the Wahapedia and to see if it had been already updated by the creator of the website, and looking at the Railgun right here with its 72-inch right here, this solid shot seems to be the same type of shot from the Railgun, and by the looks of the numbers, no, it has not changed on YPA. So we can do I can anyway, do a side-by-side comparison, and the strength was 10, now it's 14. Let me give it that. The AP was -4, which is still really good, but it's not a full -6, so there's still hope in there. They robbed the hope. And the damage was just a D6. Was just a regular D6 roll. Now it's D3 plus 6. So you're guaranteed a D6, like what would have been in this roll a perfect 6. Now you're guaranteed that plus half of a D6 roll, or if someone actually has a D3, which I don't. Well, no. Anyway, point is, they really buffed the hell out of this one weapon for the Hammerhead. And scrolling through the rest of the article, it seems like they didn't really do anything else to the Tau army to buff them. Maybe they have. Maybe this is just what they want to focus on in this article. But this is a crazy upgrade. Like, so many Tau players right now are scrambling to, if they don't have a lot of Hammerheads or they don't have Hammerheads with this loadout, they're going to start loading out with Railguns. Everyone out there who's playing games with their friends and stuff, and you know somebody who plays Tau, be prepared for them to roll up with this shit. I'm not going to say if this is a negative or positive. I'll leave that up to the crowd. I think it's funny. I think this update is funny. I don't want to play any Tau players now, and this upcoming tournament I'm in, I'm prepared for a lot of people to show up with Tau. Tau or Astra Militarum right now, or Imperial Guard if you prefer. Cadian specifically. I'm prepared for this shit. But I guess if you're a Tau player, you're just like, suck it, everybody. And every other player, certain armies anyway, are going, I give up! Anyway, let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below. If I said anything that was kind of off, I'm not. When it comes to my 8 years, almost 9 years in the hobby, most of it has been from the painting perspective. I like painting the minis. I've only got so many games under my belt, so let me know if this is an extreme change to a lot of you, or if it really isn't. It kind of just balances out, because in the end, most players are going to target the TX7 Hammerhead when they see it on the tabletop, or multiple, whatever, and they're going to hyper focus on these. These are really going to be the first things destroyed in the battlefield. So in the end, because all the Tau upgrades are going into this one weapon and this one unit type, it's not actually fixing the problem. It's just making it so you have one unit that's going to draw the attention of the other army completely. I don't know if that's another way to like logically explain it and kind of just roll with it. And to be fair, that might be exactly why. Again, I'm not sure how the Tau players feel about this. I'm not sure how other players feel about this. I personally think it's kind of funny, and I'm not eager to play anybody who plays Tau. But outside of that, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I always, especially my way more experienced tabletop gamer guys out there, please tell me what you guys think. Like, tell me how many games you got under your belt and how much you hate this or love this. I'm not sure. I'm curious. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe for more news like this. The GT podcast is coming up next week, hopefully on Wednesday, with Ludus as my co-host back in action. And yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.
Make sure to like and subscribe.